Back when there were just a few enzymes discovered, these enzymes were given common names. Sometimes, or most of the time, the name given to these enzymes are related to how they were discovered. And most of them would be given a name ending in ase. Well, some exceptions would include your pepsin, trypsin, and other digestive enzymes. But as more and more enzymes were discovered, in some cases, one enzyme would be given two different names, and there are cases wherein you have the same name used for two different enzymes. So to avoid this confusion, the International Union of Biochemistry and Molecular Biology created a set of rules in naming your enzymes. So they assign a common name, a systematic name, and a four-number classification. And this way or this rule on how to classify enzymes is based on six types of reactions catalyzed by enzymes. So you have the oxido reductases that catalyze redox reactions. You have transferases that catalyze the transfer of functional groups. You have hydrolases that catalyze hydrolysis reactions. Lyases, they catalyze group elimination so that you can form double bonds. Isomerases, of course, can catalyze isomerization, and ligases catalyze bond formation that is coupled with ATP hydrolysis. So an example would be aconitase. So the accepted or recommended or common name is aconitase. But if we want to avoid ambiguity, we can use the systematic name aconitate hydratase. The first part of this systematic name is the substrate, and the second part is a phrase that refers to the action or the reaction catalyzed by this enzyme, ending in ase. Now, if we want to be very, very specific and we don't want to create any confusion when we want to refer to this enzyme, you can use the EC classification number. So EC stands for Enzyme Commission. And this is a four-number tag for an enzyme. So the first number here is based on the type of reaction catalyzed by the enzyme according to this table. So aconitase, its first number is 4. So it's a lyase, and we can have an idea of the reaction catalyzed by aconitase. So it's group elimination. Now you have a subclassification followed by a sub-subclassification and a sub-sub-subclassification. So in the case of lyase, so the fourth category or the fourth class of enzymes, 4.1 would refer to lyases that act on carbon-carbon bonds. 4.2 act on carbon-oxygen bonds. 4.3 act on carbon-nitrogen bond, and so on. So aconitase, we see here, it acts on carbon-oxygen bond. Now you can actually check a website. If you go to enzyme-database.org, this is where you can find your enzymes by class. So if you click on EC4 for lyases and click on EC4.2 carbon-oxygen lyases, And if you click on 4.2.1 hydrolyase, you will see here aconitate hydratase 4.2.1.3. So if you want to check on the EC number of another enzyme, you can use this database.